Hey guys, and welcome to Girls Frontline 2. So we do have a couple of updates for our global tier list. This includes Zhaohui and this includes Colphne because she got her mod key. And we do have other updates for you, so let's check the tier list out. So we start off with tier 3, and definitely no change here. We still have Krolik V6, Nagant V6, and Litara V6. Let's move on to tier 2. For tier 2, Priyatya is actually the same here. Mozinagan stays the same. Ulrid stays the same. Dayan stays the same. But our new entry here for the tier 2 is going to be Zhaohui at V0. I don't see Zhaohui, gaining up the tier list, even though you have, what do you call this? You have invested copies in her up until probably her mod key arrives. So let's leave her at V0 right now. Hydro team right now isn't really complete up until Springfield comes in, up until Nikita comes in. Probably we could see kind of either she's gonna have more value or she's gonna drop further in value. So with that said, bossing is at 1 star, mobbing is at 3 star because 2 of her skills have AoE capabilities. One has stun and one has displacement, which is one of her strengths because she could push enemies off ledges and she could probably control like moving chess pieces within the battlefield. So that is her secondary strength. Her primary strength is going to be for mobility, which is at 5 star. She can land on top of on top of ledges. She could land on top of terrains. She could go down as well without difficulty. And her stability damage, by the way, is only at 2 star. She can support stability damage, but not that much. So again, her strengths would be mobility first, then secondary would be mobbing. And she also has a cleanse, which can be equipped from her fixed key. So if you do lack indults that need an enemy cleanser, then she can be of use to you even at V0. Okay, so next up is going to be Papasha for V0. So I moved her from your support utility up to the DPS because clearly her kit doesn't give much buffs to all of the allies except to her summons. So either she's gonna be doing DPS or stability damage, breaking or buffing the summon. That is her role. So therefore she is definitely going to be a DPS category doll. Then her bossing is at 3 star, mobbing is at 2 star, stability damage is at 3 again, and mobility is at 2. So no enemy cleanse and no displacement and destroy cover. So those are the changes. Let us move over to our right here. So no change. So I just transferred her from the right side to the left side, but we do have some promotions here as we go up tier 1. So for tier 1, our promotion would be Colphne at B6. Since she got her mod key already, definitely she is becoming more of a, she specializes in healing right now, but her value increases because she provides more healing with that mod key. And she can be viable now for an early Hydro team. Let's say, for example, if Springfield arrives, you can have Colphne as your full-time healer. Then probably you could have Springfield as your secondary healer. Plus you have Tololo, plus you have Sabrina. Then probably you could have Zhaohui. It really depends upon you if you're going to be using Zhaohui in a team. But definitely, from that mod key, her healing has given her probably an increase of around 20% in utility. So with that said, there are no more. Oh, okay. There's one more promotion here. Not really promotion, but one other level for Dash. Just in case if you want to invest in Dash. We previously had her at V0 at tier 2. At V1, her value increases because she does have more buffs at V1 for her team and for herself. If you want to have, if you're thinking of investing in Dash, like a minimum investment, because her next investment is going to happen at V5, which will really drain you if you want to invest a lot in Dash. But her minimum investment would be at V1. It gives her a lot of value, not really a lot. It gives her a small bump in value. So she is at tier 1 at V1. So far there are no changes to this part of the tier 1. Let's go up and let's see tier 0.5. So far for tier 0.5, there hasn't been any change. I haven't tweaked this since the current update. This is actually still the same. And as as we go up to tier 0, these are the same. So more or less there are changes to a small number of characters that we have, and some of them have really increased in value, especially for Dash and especially for Colphne, depending on how many copies you get, obviously. So that is it for the tier list. We don't have much to go on for Zhao as of the moment. Again, Hydro is still picking up steam, and so far I do hope that Springfield comes next, because we're gonna be having fun with our Hydro team as soon as she comes out. So guys, just a reminder, I'll be putting a link in the description for this file. You can check this out and reference this as you please. Thank you guys for staying this far. Take care, stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.